Now, do you think the Steelers are thinking about any free agents right now?
So that becomes the interesting part because you have guys that are available. KJ Wright's available. Nigel Bradham's available. Is it not Quan?
I think he is. I don't think he's signed.
I want to say Quan Alexander. He's still available.
Yep.
Also, so there are plenty of options, but this is and Avery Williamson as well, who obviously was here last season.
Yeah, Quan's still available.
So the interesting part is this. It depends on how the team views Devin. If they feel like Devin...
More on Devin than Spillane.
So just hear me out.
Okay.
We know what Spillane is right now, right? He's more of a downhill thumper, right? Can he cover? Sure, but that's not what he's... We don't view him as a cover linebacker. We're viewing Devin Bush as a coverage linebacker. We just haven't seen him really excel there just yet. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of how the team views Devin. KJ Wright, he's a cover linebacker. If you're bringing in KJ Wright, that means you're saying to yourself, Devin, we like you a lot. We don't think you're ready to be the cover guy just yet. We're going to have you playing more in this box. KJ, you're going to do this cover stuff, but now Spillane, that bumps you off the field. Okay? Now, if they feel that Devin can cover and he can do everything that you need, well, now you're going to go the other route. You're going to get you a thumper, somebody that can really give you that Vince Williams type of downhill play. And now you'll go and work accordingly off of the guys that are available. But it's really going to depend on how they view Devin, because you just wouldn't put two small. Yeah, you're not going to put two coverage linebackers out there, you see? But and Devin's going to be out there. It's just, do they view Devin as the cover guy just yet? Or do they view him as, you know what, let's just keep him playing more in the box. Let's not expose him as much just yet until he gets his legs under him. That to me is going to be how we find this out. But I don't anticipate them making a move right away, though, either way. I think that they're going to...
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that they're going to ride this thing out at least through the preseason. Not just Spillane, but Buddy Johnson as well.
Because I'm assuming they're thinking Bush is going to ball out this year.
Mm-hmm.
That he's going to really reach his potential, be this coverage linebacker that we're thinking. So that takes KJ right off.
Because there is a difference between balling out and excelling in coverage. It's a difference.
Sure.
Let's be real about it.
I think he's going to put
a big difference.
I think he's going to put it all together. I'll put it that way. How about that?
Yeah. About to say, I've seen plenty of people ball out 100 plus tackles, a couple fumbles, everything, and they can't cover to save their life. They zone coverage guys, not man coverage guys. And that's the part right now. We doing a lot more man stuff than zone stuff. Like, for example, like Tremaine Edmonds, right? The linebacker up in Buffalo. Great player, right? Will excel in zone coverage, but you're not really going to have him doing a ton of man-to-man coverage stuff, right? That's not his strong point, but he's still a great player. He's still super productive. But in our scheme, Devin's going to have to be more man-to-man. Devin's matching up with these dudes. So that's the part. We need to see that on tape.
So I'm going to bring up some names.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about thumpers, and because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know if there's any guys out there that are that throwback type of mold that Vince Williams was, and are necessarily just going to step in and be better than Spillane even.
Great, because Spillane can do that. Yeah.
So Quan Alexander, we talked about.
I like Quan a lot.
Avery Williamson. We talked about the Reuben Foster scenario like a month ago, right? This would be
Reuben he's a really good player. I tell you, the big thing for me with Reuben, you just have to make sure that all that, the transgressions,
the off the field stuff,
that everything checked out and was what it was. Because if any of that stuff pops back up and it's not, you just can't have that, man.
Josh Bynes.
I remember Josh is limited though. I love Josh's game though in terms of above the neck. So we were out in AZ together. Extremely cerebral. Think like Vince from a mentality point of view, but athletically not as physically imposing or as explosive as like Vince. I would much rather bring back Avery Williamson than go Josh. Josh can still get it done, but he's not going to fit exactly what we want. But he's familiar with the division though, because obviously he played with the Ravens for a while, man.
BJ Goodson from the Browns.
I'm rolling with Spillane over that.
I don't even recognize half these other names, to be honest with you. Those were probably the big names that are
if
still
it's not those top five to six guys that we just named off, like I don't think any of those other guys are going to be a significant upgrade over Spillane.
Yeah, and then I had to go to the outside linebackers for KJ Wright. I guess they just have him listed as that, but he would be the inside guy for our system.
Because the 4-3 linebackers, they're going to have them as outside linebackers. So like Darius Leonard, KJ Wright, I'm drawing a blank on another dude, man. But all of those type of dudes are going to be listed outside.
Sure. So those are the names. And
that's interesting, man.
I have similar sentiments with you. I don't think we should be in that big of a rush right now.
Yeah, I don't mind waiting. I want to see, because we already said we thought that Spillane could beat out
We already
Vince.
thought he was going to get 60, 70 maybe.
Yeah, we said that he was going to be playing, but we thought that Vince was going to be able to do enough to kind of carve out his own little niche anyways. But we're excited to see what Spillane can do, because what he did in that short, granted it was a small sample, kind of similar to Dotson. Small sample size, but very, very dominant and productive in that sample size. Yeah. So it has us all intrigued. Like Dotson can come out here and fall on his face. Spillane come out here and fall on his face, but they have earned that opportunity at least based on what they did last year. So I'm fine waiting. I just, man, I need Buddy to grow faster too.
Okay.
Because
insurance.
Yeah, because
what about Gilbert though? We talked about him being the Jalen Samuels of the linebackers.
Yeah, he has been, but availability.
Even Marcus Allen though too.
I like Marcus. I like him a lot. But we saw in Buffalo, he looked small in there. Like, you can be light. Because we've seen Shazier play. He was light. We saw Devin early in, like, the first year. Devin was still a smaller guy. But they never looked little playing. At times, Marcus looked little in there. He looked like a safety playing in the box. And
he got yoked up, though, right?
Yeah, he's gotten bigger. But we haven't seen. I need to see that. Like, how does that affect his speed, his athletic ability? Like, I need to see all of that. And we haven't seen it just yet.
Well, out of those three guys, we're just looking for them to have a role. Mm-hmm. Percentage of snaps in case of injury, though. I mean, that could be troublesome. That's when you're definitely probably looking to sign someone.
And you think about both of the starters right now are coming off of injuries, right? Devin's coming off of the ACL, and then Spillane came off the MCL, right? So either way, you've seen two guys that haven't played. Neither one of those guys have played full seasons in their career just yet.
Yeah, as much as I want to say, injuries are going to fuck up any team realistically, but there are players that are a little more injury prone than others that you kind of got to worry about. And hoping that's not the case for Bush and Spillane. Hopefully these are just one-offs and they go on to have a healthy career.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we're good as of right now. We're good. Out of those three guys.
I don't mind being patient with those guys.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as pressing of a need. I think we'll wait till we see what this preseason starts to look like. And now
2 weeks. Wait, is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. First game is on the 5th. Yeah, man. So
shit's gonna be going crazy.
Yeah, bro, I can't wait. I'm so excited about it, bro. And we gonna have big announcements when we come back in terms of show times and structure. So that's going to be a dope scene, man. Yeah, we're definitely hype about it. But yeah, I just feel like, man, give me a couple preseason games to see what Spillane looks like, to see what Buddy Johnson looks like, to see how improved Devin Bush is. Can Marcus Allen run with the extra weight on him? Like, how does that? I want to see all of that before we start saying, all right, let's sign this guy, let's sign that guy.